Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video and a cool one. So for those that are not aware, for those that are living under a rock, there is a new champion that's just been released. KALVALAX. KALVALAX, new legendary spirit champion. Basically the chap who invented this design, he came up with the design, he said to me, do you want to do a playtest? Do you want to get onto my account? As soon as I get him, he's literally the first person to ever get this champion and test him out. So I was like, yes, thank you so much, Fit. So absolutely awesome. And good job actually winning that contest as well. So what's going on? Let's have a look at this guy. First person to get him. Pretty cool. KALVALAX. He is smoldering. Look at that. That design is very, very cool. Big old sword. It looks like he's kind of got the fell running off him, which is pretty cool as well. Runes going through his armor. This is awesome. Okay, cool. So what's going on with KALVALAX then? We've got an A1, which has got a 40% chance of increasing the duration of all poisons. Like, this is a sweet A1. I really like the A1. Heals his champion by percentage of his max HP for each poison on the target. All of his damage is done by attack, as you can see. Apart from his A3, he's got an enemy max HP spin on it as well, which is nice. So what do you get from books here? You get a little bit more chance to increase this. The A1's books are actually kind of nice. The A2 will just give you more damage from books. And the A3 is just more damage from books. So you could probably get away without booking this guy, and he's still going to be super solid. So that's actually nice as well. A2 then attacks one enemy, places an extra hit for each poison on the target, up to 3. So an extra hit, so you can get up to 3 extra, so you can do 4 hits in total. And actually another 30% damage. We'll see if he hits or not, but the 30% could be nice with books. And then we've got an AoE here. An enemy max HP AoE. Damn. Damage increases according to the number of poison debuffs. So generally when there's an enemy max HP skill, boosting the base stat like attack doesn't really do a ton compared to what you get out of the enemy max HP. Yeah, so someone like a Cold Heart, we say don't build too much attack because honestly you get so much damage from the enemy max HP part of the skill that the extra attack you pour in does very little. Okay, but here you've kind of got 3 ways to boost this damage. You've got max HP, so that's all dependent on who you're fighting. Attack, which you can control, and the poison, a number of poisons on the enemy, which again you can control. So I just consulted the brains, the mod brains, Saf specifically, basically saying that there's going to be 1% enemy max HP damage for each poison that's on the target. So the enemy max HP is actually directly linked to the poisons. For every poison that's out there, you're going to hit for 1% of their enemy max HP. So if you manage to stack up 10 poisons on the dragon, for example, you're going to be slapping for 10% of the dragon's health. You're going to be talking about, let me check here, Dragon 20, like a 700k hit. And I guess you then would just ramp that up depending on the books you put on him as well. So this could be a juicy old smack. Looking at this A3. We then got a passive as well, Pestilence. So places 4 poisons. I love this. 4 poison debuffs on all enemies for 2 turns at the start of each round. Okay, so a round is like a new wave of enemies. So if you're if you're in the arena, there's only ever 1 round. If you're in Clan Boss, there's only ever 1 round. If you're in wave content, each start of a new wave is a new round. And then he's also got this second part, 50% chance of placing a fresh poison at the start of every turn that he takes. Whenever an enemy places poison on himself, instantly removes and replaces it with a heal. I love that as well. This kit is wicked. I actually love it. It's probably my most sought after champion. I love this kit. And then we've got speed in all battles, 19%, sorry. Brilliant, brilliant champion. I just want to see here, do we have anyone on this count like a Xavier or an Elenaril? Let's have a look. Okay, so I spotted in the vault. We do have Elenaril, so we can test out a kind of poison explosion team. We do have Bad L, So we've got Bad L, Elenaro. Oh, look, he's going to pair really well with anyone who's spreading tons of poisons. Taurus, Richthof the Bold, Elenaro, Xavier, Bad L, Uradrim, the new guy. I don't think we've got him on this account, but anyone who's thrown out tons of poisons, he's just going to absolutely benefit from. So, but I also wonder if he can just be a straight up kind of solo crazy stuff type of champ as well, which we will test. Right then, I found a level 1 Taurus lurking in the back of the vault. And this is all you need. Level 1, perception gear, make sure he's quick enough. So Taurus is coming in. So what we got? We've got a Bad L who is the fastest, 259. We have got we've got the Taurus who's going to go after that at 191. We've then got Elenaro who's going to pop the poisons. And then we'll have our Kai'Ma. Kai'Ma's actually the fastest. Kai'Ma will do the reset in the second wave. We do it all again, and then we get to the boss. So the hitter, KALVALAX, actually is going to do any damage until we get to the actual dragon. And that's on purpose in a way, because I kind of want to save the big smacks for the actual dragon fight. So all of the passive work is doing the damage before we get to the actual dragon. So let's just check this out. Here's a negative affinity for Dragon 20. Doesn't really matter. You might get a weak hit on the smack, I guess. But let's just set up a team here. Okay, so all I'm going to make sure is that Elenaro does a combust as our opener. Prince Kai'Ma doesn't do his Seal of Magic as his opener. He'll end up doing that on wave 2. Everyone else just does what they want to do. Let's try this out. I didn't do it. Let's try this out. Tick. I put him as the lead for our speed boost. So he's built right now just to be the slowest out of this team, but still like 180 odd speed. He's built with some damage behind him. 4 poisons out straight away. Let's slow this down. More poisons, more poisons, more poisons, more poisons. Elenaro blows everybody up. Elenaro's got no damage in her kit to do that. That's literally just a case of that's just her using her kit base level. Taurus doesn't even have the unkillable because he's level 1 and doesn't have any sort of ascension. See you later, wave 2. Oh, we didn't quite kill everyone. Not far from it, though. I wonder what ability he's just used there. He might have just used his A3. No, it wasn't AoE. He must have used his A2, I guess. So slow down here. He gets the 4 poisons out anyway. We get a weaken up. Got an HP burn on. So he's going to do the 4 poison hits. 22k. Not sure what ability that was. We'll have to test it out in a minute. I mean, if nothing else, even if the rest of his kit was terrible, his passive is actually bonkers. Elenaro's doing all the work. 20 odd K hit on, I think that was Pestilence. Any poisons that were dropping on him, he's turning into a little piece of candy. I don't think we've seen him do... That was his A1. It's his A1 that he keeps doing now. I don't think we've seen him do his nuke. I don't think we've seen it. Let me just take it off auto a second and see if it's available here. So his passive is he's putting up the poison. His nuke is available. And there's, what, 6 poisons out there right now. Is he going to use it? No. I think he's just using his A1 the whole time at the moment. So that's disappointing. So his AI seems to be a bit wonky. Let's just change up to tell him, dude, this is your good move. Use it when you've got it. His A2 is the extra hit for each poison up. Dude, use it if you've got it. Okay, let's try that again. It's disappointing. The two new champions have come out. Both of their AI seem to be pretty messed up. But just his passive is nuts. Like, his passive on its own is nutty. We get the nuke there. Let's see if it actually clears the wave this time round. Passive pops. Poisons everywhere. Just didn't quite do it. He ends up doing his nuke on that dude because of... I think we must have got a resist on one of the poisons or something. Which is a shame. We gets 4 poisons out. Let's see what he does for his A2. Loads of poisons out there. What's that? 7. So he's going to do a quad hit. Each hit's around 15 to 20k for a 4 hitter. So that's like an 80k chunk of damage with his A2. Pretty nice. I'm going to take it away from Magic Affinity here and go again in a sec. She's going to blow up a load of poison. He's just going to do a weak old source hit. Okay, let's take it on to different Affinity Dragon. Missed one here. That might hurt us. No, all dead. That's good. So this is wave 25 stuff here. I do have, I'll show you his masteries after this run, actually. I do have the ability set up so that he should do, chance to lay more than 2 poisons at a time with his masteries. Lots out there. Slow it down. 380k with 6 poisons out there on his A3 against Dragon 25. We're going to probably top up to, well, they're going to run out anyway. Should be his A2. Each hit doing 15 odd K. It's not bad. He does have Helm Smasher on, so this is like him hitting hard. So honestly, not the craziest amount of damage on abilities outside of his A3. Are we going to get enough poisons on now to actually do the do with his A3? I don't think he's got the sustain of like a Eurodrim or a Bad Elf to be able to do this kind of solo. $270k there with 4 poisons out. But I mean, I don't know. He's got a reasonable amount of sustain. His A1, he's healing for like, what, 20 odd K on his A1. Stuns come out. Bad L keep us in the game. It's going to end up being a Dragon 25. What, under 2-minute run without really kind of perfecting it in any way. Just throwing them in there as they were. And that's the wrong affinity for a bunch of these guys. He's done 1.7 million versus Bad L's 1.5 versus Elenaro's kind of blowing up the waves. So very, very solid for that type of content in that type of team. Like a Poison Exploder team. Absolutely nuts. Let me just show you how I got his build done at the moment. So we've got him in, it's mainly stats here. 5.4k attack is high. 300% crit damage is high with enough accuracy to do the job. So we're going to book him. We're going to test his damage out. Fully booked now. See what we get out of his nukes. It does seem like to me though, like his passive is nuts. His damage is not crazy. His damage is not absolutely crazy. Fully booked. Okay, let's get him into... I guess let's see what his max potential hit is off the A3 now. So we're going to see if we've got like a one-shot style team going on here. Cold Heart comes in instead of the Taurus. So we get a passive poisons out. We get the Kaimar's A1 to start with. That's why I've set up his AI. Poisons again. Cold Heart's nuke ability. A 490k nuke. Another nuke. A reset. We don't get the passive poisons from the reset. So we are going to have to kind of deal with that. A weaker kind of combust. We should get another nuke from the Cold Heart. Another nuke from Big Boy. I need a 260k this time. Is the Poison Explosion going to be enough? Oh, it's nearly enough. Probably with a bit of fiddling around, we could probably get that to work. But, so yeah, could he run in this style team? Yeah, of course he could. Is it going to be the best thing he does? Maybe not. Maybe not. I think Ice Golem and Dragon and those style of kind of fights are going to be better for him. Most Doom Tower fights he's probably going to be part of with the accept poison damage. And, obviously a decent enough nuke. The rest of his kit doesn't really hit very hard. Considering we've now got him booked, it's a bit disappointing, the rest of his kit, to be honest. You're talking a high damage build, and he's still only hitting for like 20k a pop on that A2. All in all, 4 hits, yes, 80k, but it's not crazy. Increasing the duration of poisons does help someone like like an Elenarial, though, on his A1. Are we going to get a chance to do it? It's not quite there. It's close. It's not quite. Combust would have done it. So yeah, so for something like Spider, okay. Didn't quite do it. It was close. So I just wonder for Spider, something like this could potentially work. He kind of lays the nuke in between the Combust so we get the poisons out. And again, we drop defense and weaken with our Lydia. But obviously any drop defense would do the job. Cold Heart comes in 1.7. Oh, it's actually nice. That's actually nice. So the Cold Heart is slightly... actually hit for slightly less than KALVALAX's hit on that one. Let's play that again. That was nice to see, actually. So this is Spider 20. Obviously, most people don't farm Spider 20 nowadays, but that was beautiful. Let's just slow this down. So we've got a 1.7 nuke with, what, 6 poisons out there, a 1.3 nuke, and then the explode. That is going to be clockwork every single time for a Spider 20 farm, which is really cool. Okay, let's have a look at Ice Golem then. So I feel like in the right sort of setup for Spider could be a thing, but probably not likely to be that much of a thing for Spider. Dragon, he'll be in all day long. Absolutely insane. Let's check out the big boy here. So he's got a team already running. I think potentially that team I just ran could work. Or you would do a kind of reset champion instead of Cold Heart, potentially. Okay, so I'm throwing Kaimar back into this one. The passive is just so bonkers. Absolutely nuts. Oh, his nuke actually nearly clears the whole wave. His nuke is big right there. Almost got the whole wave dead. Honestly, actually, damn, that's actually nice. Poison's great against this boss as well, because if the poison ticks through his kind of retribution hit, he won't do it. So it's one of the kind of key mechanics to really stop him from getting loads of slams back on you. What we got there? 50 odd K A1. Got nothing to kind of keep the ads dead here. Like no block revive, I mean. Somehow he's staying alive. Oh, 600k. Obviously, a block revive with Lydia, of course. I forgot about that. If we can get just another one away, this guy's dead, I think. Oh, yeah, 680. That is nice. New best time fits. Oh, and actually, Elenara wasn't doing that much. Look at that. 3.1 million KALVALAX. Damn, I'm actually enjoying that. I'm enjoying that a lot. Okay, we're bringing the full beans. We're going full beans Trunder as well. Because I didn't feel like Elenara really done much for us there. Didn't need her. Because we've already got the big smack coming from KALVALAX here. Ooh, Trunder's just like, oh, I'll give this one a tap, finish it off. KALVALAX has done the hard work. Poison's out again. We're going to get the resets. KALVALAX steps up and says, whack! And then Trunder's like, okay, well, I'll have a little play. I'll have a little play on this game. Poisons go out. I'm a bit worried that we're just going to get nuked here, but it could be fun. It's fun to try. Lots of damage. $50 odd K hit. One down. Oh, he's gone down. He's gone down. He is going to come back up when he tries to resurrect his buddies. When's he going to do it? Go on. Pick up your friends. Oh, not today, my friend. Here he comes. Go on, give it a smack. Ooh. Down he goes again. Anyway, it's a lot of fun. Yeah, I feel like he can actually find his place into a lot of teams with that nuke. That nuke and that passive together, damn, he is going to be absolutely solid. So I'm just going to throw him into an arena team, see if he can just be the nuke, yeah, without loads of poisons and exploders and that type of stuff. Can he just be the nuke? All of those poisons out there anyway. Get their increase attack up. Slow it down. What's he going to do? Ooh, it's actually big. That's actually big. Damn. That's actually nice. That A3 is doing some work. Let's just see what that looks like against more of a defensive team. Like, to be fair, their resistance might be too high for my accuracy here. Yeah. Got immunity set as well. So without all of the silliness going on and all of those poisons, even the Madame's getting resisted. What's he do to the others? Yeah. So without all of the poison and stuff, he's not going to be like the crazy nuker. But then, I mean, it's worth probably just checking. What does Trunder, because we've got a Trunder on this account, what does Trunder do against that team? You know, does Trunder sit down that Warlord and the Asurga? I'm sure she will, because Trunder's the best at this job in the game, but it's worth looking at. Yeah, but not like crazy different. So look, awesome in dungeons, really cool, really cool nukes, like much harder nukes than I was expecting to see, like generally around the game. Really cool actually, and definite kind of benefit from throwing in the drop defense champion and getting the smacks out with that A3. Obviously, it's going to be insane for faction wars. You know, just like pure damage machine for faction wars. Can't show it today. And for like Doom Tower, waves and bosses, generally, you know, poisons don't work absolutely everywhere. But, you know, even against someone like Adgref, where you're just trying to, if you just want to blow the spiderlings up, which is quite a decent strat, I think he could come in and be the person that blows them up. So, you know, it's actually kind of nutty. I really like him. Really like him. I think he could do some work against a few of these bosses. Because he's not dropping turn meter, which, you know, generally is like a no-no. All of his other hits are single target, which is good. He could come in, you know, to someone like this and do some work. So I think a general strong champion kind of anywhere. And in somewhere like Clan Boss, you're just going to constantly be having a chance to proc another poison, extend the poisons that are already on with his A1. And then he's also got the nuke. In fact, we should show him in Clan Boss just to see what sort of damage he does with that A3. It's kind of hard jumping onto someone else's account to do a Clan Boss hit without completely reworking all of their champs. It's going to be tough to do. So I'm just going to throw in some champions that I know are going to help us here. And I'm not going to do like a full extended run. I just want to kind of get a feel for what level of damage we're looking at. So these feel good. Brockney's obviously insane. I don't know how well all these people are built. We're literally just throwing them in. Let's bring in a decreased attacker. Okay. So we're just going to throw it on auto, let it pump for a few levels. Obviously, get the poisons out at the start of the round. We won't get that ability going again, but we do get the extra poison every time, and we get the extension of poisons with the hits. So we should see, is he going to do his A3 here without me telling him to? No. He loves his A1. If you don't set up his AI, he just A1s all day. Literally all day long. That's all he wants to do. A1, A1, A1. And he's got the 50-50 chance to extend. He's only extended once that I've seen so far. Yeah, so he's just A1 in the whole time. Okay, so I just programmed him to start with his A1 and then after that, constantly use his A3 when it's available. I don't know why they would ever release him without making that a thing. It's absolutely like bonkers to me, but there you go. So we've done A1 here to try and get the extend, which we did. And then from then on, he's actually going to use other abilities. So we've got no decreased defense on there right now. Maybe I put too many poisons out there, to be honest. 192k without a decreased defense out there. Let's see what happens when we get drop defense on as well. There's his A2 quad here. I guess you would probably put him in a team. You'd probably put him with, I'm just wondering about War Master or Giant Slayer for this guy. Probably you would go for War Master, I think. 74k A1. Hopefully we get the drop defense on now. There it is. Good. Let's see what sort of smack we get going on here. These max HP ones don't tend to be too crazy, but 345k. Obviously, he's doing all of the poison damage as well, and the extension. We've got a good damage per turn. Considering I have not built this team at all, other than just throwing it in. Quad hit for 80 odd K a pop. Damn, it's actually, like, in terms of clan boss, he is a machine. Absolute machine. He can't sustain the poisons by himself. He does need other poisoners in there, but you know, the extra chance to place a poison every round, the push up of the debuffs every round where he does his A1, and then the high damage other abilities. It's actually kind of nuts. Kind of nuts. So I'm going to let this play through, actually. I mean, he's not built to withstand clan boss damage, and I don't think Draco is either, because Draco's in an unkillable team. But the rest of them are kind of built fairly strong, so I'm going to let it play through, see what sort of damage they do at the other end. So, I mean, as thinking, like, it's a fairly short run, because they just weren't built for it. Draco and KALVALAX did go down quite early, but, you know, 5 mil from KALVALAX, 6.8 from Draco. Damn, this guy's the real deal. He is going to be one of the top legendaries in the game. I think he's going to be absolutely up there as one of the top legendaries, with a nuke, with a multi-poison, with use case in like dungeons, as well as clan boss, as well as Doom Tower, as well as potential in the arena. He's going to go up there as one of the most wanted champions to pull for sure. So Fitz, good job in the design, my friend. I know when we were talking about it a while ago, like months ago, and you said that you had it and you were like, what do you think about abilities? And I said, try and get another counter-attacker in the game. Obviously, Raider having none of it, but still, like, quality design. Guys, leave me a comment below. What do you think of KALVALAX? Yeah, for me, absolute, like, top tier legendary. Anyway, I've been Hell Hades. I will catch you very soon.